Welcome back to part 2 of the unboxing review of my 163 centimeter full silicone top 5 doll, presented by my new vendor, Uloversdoll. In this section, we will be doing an initial review, checking out the quality of this beautiful lady sitting before me right here. And if you ever want a companion doll, just check out the About section of my YouTube channel, and you can find Uloversdoll and all of my other vendors. So here she is, laying in all her beauty. Let's check her out. First thing first, though, as you can see, her neck is bent. It always happens in shipping. I would be interested to see what it would look like with the all-in-one doll, to see if the head would get bent. Oh, gotta push it down. And I always trust that the skeleton is articulated well enough to bend. And of course, I straightened it out, no damage done. Hold on, let me get some better light over here. Got a little bit better light in here. I always like to look at the neck, and I do love the neck lines here. That looks great. As you can see, I don't have her covered here, so we can sort of examine her breasts here. And I'm touching it, and it does have a lot of jiggle in them. As you can see when I squeeze it here, it's a full breast. They are full to the brim. They are a bit stiffer than some other models that I've felt, but they do feel good, and they are gel filled. And like I said, they are filled to the brim with gel, so you're gonna enjoy that. Just looking at her skin, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. It's just past tan, because this is supposed to be a girl of color. So it's not tan. It should be just past tan. I didn't quite remember seeing the color option for her, as far as saying dark, but I believe this is as dark as they have right now. And she looks absolutely beautiful. As I look at her leg, I can see her seam line, and it's ever so slight. Don't get me wrong, but I will say, as of late, I've seen a few dolls as of late that are even making this seem like it's a bad seam line, when in the past that seam line would be nothing to even think about. But some of these companies have even mastered to where you can't even see that much of a seam line. I can sort of see it right here too as well. It's to be expected in the doll game, because they meld two different parts together, the top part and then the bottom half of the doll. They meld them together, and this is where it meets at the seam line. So it's nothing to be surprised about. It's just that companies are getting so good at you don't even see it. But I love the definition around this knee. It shows a little muscle, but it's not too muscular, that looks nice. I love the actual texture of the skin. I don't see a whole lot of veinage or anything, but you shouldn't see that with a darker girl, but I think she should be light enough to where I see a little bit. But once again, they have the knee definition. I don't know how well you can see it, but I just sort of like the way her knees look. That looks good. When I come back up here, like I said, her breasts, they're a bit firm, but they feel great. When I feel the abdomen, it's not overwhelmingly soft. It does get pretty nice and soft right in this area, though. Up here, it's a bit more firm, and this is on par for silicone. What I'm feeling right now. Probably a little bit better than most, and there are some now that are much softer than this, but it's on par for silicone, where it's you feel some softness, but it's some firmness. But at the bottom, at the base of her stomach, it gets pretty soft. Her arms feel remarkably soft, to be honest with you. Now that I'm feeling them, I actually love the way they feel. Let me pull this arm out a little bit. See her side here. As you can see, once again, you can see the same line, and there's nothing bad about that. It's just the companies are getting better at hiding that now. I don't really see, like I say, any vein artistry going on. I do love this little seam down her stomach right here. That's very realistic. I do actually love her little belly button. I think that's a nice belly button. So if you go down here a little bit, you see she does not have any hair down there or anything. But I like the curvature of her belly. That's nice. I do have her arched up a little bit back here. I probably will straighten it out later. But just a closer look at this arm. It looks good. And right here, I do like the little crease where her arm bends at. So that's nice. And you see the hand is wrapped up really good. We'll take a look at that in the next video. Working on down here. I don't see any flaws on her so far. She looks really good. I'm gonna move around on this side. Yes, she's looking really, really nice. I had to put that bikini on her. This is something I didn't talk about, but she actually came with this. I showed this in the first video. She came with a pair of thongs here that are nice, but I didn't want to make a mistake and show anything, so I didn't put those on here. But once I put the thong on her in this dress, so to speak, that she has, it's a nice little dress that she has. See, I'll probably put that on her at some point during this unboxing review. But getting back to the subject at hand, she's looking pretty good from what I can see. I don't really see any flaws on her that are noticeable. Squeezing her thighs. You know what? They are pretty soft for silicone. I don't even think it was an option to make the thighs super soft or anything, but they are soft. The calves are nice and they feel really good. The knees, yeah, she feels good. Once again, silicone isn't supposed to be, or isn't normally super soft, but this is some pretty soft silicone. Sides, they feel pretty good. Like I say, it's just sort of firm up here a little bit, but the sides feel good. Yes, this girl is looking good. I gotta give her credit. She just doesn't have any, like say, vein colors or anything. Yeah, it's just a reflection. It looks like there could be a bit of a vein right here. It's not green or anything, but I just see a little bulge of it, right? So she looks great. So let's get her turned over on her side and inspect her a little bit more. You know what? I finally do see a little veins right over here. I finally do see a little veins. But what I want to say about this girl before I turn her over is her nipple, the detail on them. Now that is actually exquisite. I can't show you, unfortunately, because I got to be a good YouTuber. But man, take my word for it. They did a great job on the detail on these nipples, the coloring. That looks great. As well as her vagina, I did take a look at that earlier, and the texture on it felt good. The opening looked realistic. I haven't felt the anal opening yet, so when I turn it over, I will take a look at that and let you know what I think about it. But so far, that is great. And like I say, they are firm, but they look great. And they are built to last for what it feels like. So moving on. Okay, guys, I got this girl turned over on her side. And I do notice that she has a nice line down her back. I love the arch on her back. Um, Once again, I don't see a whole lot of like detail as far as veins and that things of that nature. It's fine though. See a couple of small indentions here. Nothing to be alarmed about. Um, Looks like she made it here safely. When we get down here to the butt, everybody knows I'm a butt lover, and unfortunately, I'm going to be honest. This is the second doll that is supposed to be of color that I've gotten that doesn't have a great big butt. And over here, I did get my real doll with a nice sized butt. So I would love all these manufacturers that make dolls that are supposed to be dolls of color to at least most of them should have a bigger butt. But with all that said, when I squeeze it, it's actually not very soft. It's almost like a hard butt. I did notice, I went back to look at my options, what I chose for this girl, and what was available on the website, and I actually didn't see a gel butt option for this doll. So maybe they don't offer that. So this butt is a bit harder. It has a little bit of an indentation here. Something that, once again, I wouldn't complain about. And my doll right here, she actually doesn't have a gel butt, and it doesn't bother me because you don't have to worry about it deflating at all. But everything seems to look in place other than that little indentation I saw. Looking at the back of her legs, I felt them already, and they feel great. Once again, you can see a bit of a seam line on these legs. But this girl's looking good. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna move my camera away, and I'm going to explore the the anal opening here. And from the looks of it, it looks to be right in place. It looks to be anatomically correct, and it is ribbed for pleasure for people who end up making love to their companion dolls. So that's a good thing. But yeah, in the future, I would definitely want any doll that's intended to be a black doll. What I mean by that is you can choose a doll that's marketed as being of a fair skin complexion and choose to have her a cocoa skin in some instances. But if that doll doesn't have a big butt, okay, that's fine. But if they're marketed to be a doll of color, the butt should always be bigger. But this girl seems to be have made it here in good shape. And remember, when you get your doll, always check one side of the doll, and if it looks good, don't just move on. I don't see anything on her arms. You definitely need to check the other side, because I've made that mistake where I thought a doll was good until I looked at the other side, which we'll do right now. Got her on her other side. Once again, there's the same line, but I don't see anything so far that looks bad on her. This arm is, she has nice arms. I give her that. I like the detail around both elbows, and I can't wait to see the rest of her hand. Definitely later in the next video. But yeah, just looking at her body, everything looks smooth. I did look And this is called bronze skin. So, like I said, it's a level past tan, but she looks like she got here without any type of imperfection. So she was wrapped in that plastic that you see right there, as well as this blanket. And this blanket is super thick. It's a not super thick like it's a quilt, but it's a well made blanket. I say that it's one of the thicker ones I've had. But yeah, looking at her on this side, I don't see anything wrong with her. I was just trying to squeeze the butt. Like I said, it's not brick hard. It's just more, like I say, I don't think it's gel filled at all. But look at that definition on that elbow. That's nice. Really nice. So yeah, she definitely made it here completely safely. We'll be taking a look at these feet. And we'll be taking a look at these hands in the next video. Am I right, young lady? So yes, this is Top 5 Doll. This is what they have to offer. They definitely have different body types and different girls to choose from. I was just on the website. They looked absolutely beautiful as far as different choices of girl to choose. This is the one I went with, the 163 centimeter full silicone Top 5 Doll, presented by new vendor of mine, Uloversdoll. They sent the doll pretty quickly. It was well packaged. So far, so good. And definitely in the next video, we'll be taking a look at these hands and feet, as I mentioned. But as of today, it's been me, JayDollKingHefner, and my 163 centimeter full silicone Top 5 Doll. We are